So we have to talk about the Doha Diamond League that just capped off. Now, there were so many storylines coming into this meet for a plethora of different events, but of course, the 100-meter dash for the women was the premier event here. Sha'Carri Richardson, Shericka Jackson, Dina Asher-Smith, TT Terry, all these ladies were in the hunt for a win here, and Sha'Carri Richardson pulled it off. 10.76 seconds to get the win here, low-key running down the field, right? Shericka Jackson and Dina Asher-Smith led the field significantly up to about, 70 meters, but Sha'Carri Richardson got her, commonplace slow start. She's not usually, there with the rest of the field at the start, but in the last, 30, 40 meters, she walked everyone down. Now, let me not say walk down like she completely obliterated them, but 10.76 is a huge performance. This really shuts down a lot of the criticisms that, people were throwing at her over the past couple years. One, she's not able to run against a high quality field. She's not able to beat a high quality field. Two, she's not able to win a high quality race overseas, right? Three, she can't be consistent. She just ran 10.57 seconds windy a couple weeks ago. Now she's back running 10.76 legal time. This is, I think, just in about the range of if that 10.57 was corrected with zero wind. Of course, this had, I think it was plus 0.9 meters per second, but again, high quality performance for her, kind of shutting down a lot of the criticisms that she has. But I think most importantly, this builds confidence. For her to continue to rack up these wins, to get a win over a high quality field, this means a lot for her. Now, she still has to make that USA team, which I think she is on pace to do. And then of course, getting to World Championships at that point, if she's there, I think she's going to be able to get a medal. So Sha'Carri Richardson, amazing performance. Let's not downplay Shericka Jackson, who finished second place. Shericka Jackson, this is, I think, just her second full season of actually being a 100, 200 meter sprinter. In 2021, when she was in the Olympic year, she actually started off running the 400. I think she was really going for the 400. Then later on, she transitioned into the 100 and 200. So only 2 seasons in, and this is the first time that she's actually started off running this fast. 10.82 seconds, 10.85 seconds. Of course, Sha'Carri Richardson surpassed the world lead, but Shericka Jackson, do not sleep on her. In my opinion, she could still be the 100-meter gold medalist. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is still there, right? But Shericka Jackson, I think she has a lot of upside. So don't let, the fact that she got beat out by Sha'Carri Richardson here downplay the amazing race that she had. Additionally, Dina Asher-Smith. Never sleep on Dina Asher-Smith. She is always there. For her to come here, finish third place, run 10.9 seconds, huge performance for her, and definitely a confidence booster as well. She got the bronze medal at the World Championships in the 200 last year, just missed out on the 100-meter podium. I think she's going to continue to make progress, and we're going to see where she goes. Also, shout out to TT Terry, right? She was finishing, I think she just finished just 4th place there, so she's always in the mix. We're going to see. I think she's going to make the USA team, in my prediction at least. We're going to see where she goes from there. Now, onto the men's 200-meter dash. This is another race that had a plethora of different storylines. Fred Kerley, Michael Norman, Kenny Benerick, Andre DeGrasse, right? Alex Ogando, Aaron Brown. There were so many names in this field, but Fred Kerley really kind of walked away from the field, very similar to what Sha'Carri Richardson did in the 100. He was really down. He struggles a little bit with the curve, running the 200-meter curve, but in the last, 50, 60 meters, he kind of walked down the field, right, crossed the line, arm in the air, right, all of that. Fred Kerley is the guy right now. I'm going to make a video, very soon about Fred Kerley versus Marcel Jacobs. I have an opinion on that race, or kind of on that head-to-head, but regardless, Fred Kerley is the man right now. I don't see anyone dethroning him in the 100-meter dash, and he very well may likely make the USA 200-meter team, and then potentially medal as well. Personal best of 19.76 seconds from a couple years ago. He very well could improve upon that. Now, additionally, we had Kenny B coming up in second place, 20.11 seconds. Good performance for him. He's getting into the mix. Fred Kerley ran 19.9, so the overall race wasn't as fast as I probably expected, but I like to see Kenny B at least, healthy and running, always in the mix, top 2, but not 2 in terms of the 200-meter dash. Additionally, behind him, Aaron Brown. Keep a lookout for Aaron Brown. Just a couple weeks ago, right, in Botswana, he ran, I think it was 20 flat in the 200. He finished third place here, 20.20. Again, the race wasn't as fast, but I think that we're going to see a lot from Aaron Brown. I know the 200 is very stacked, but he very likely could get into the mix, maybe could medal. It'll be very tough, but Aaron Brown is going to make some huge strides. I think he's going to definitely be a sub 20 runner this year, maybe 19.8 this year. He's definitely on the rise. Another one that I really want to highlight, who had a very big storyline coming in, was Michael Norman. Now, everyone's talking about Michael Norman dropping down to the 100-meter dash. He has a 400-meter bye, so people were kind of confused. He's starting off a little bit slow. I'm not too worried yet, but he's starting off a little bit slow. 100 meters a couple weeks ago, didn't run too fast. Comes Comes in the 200 meters here, finishes last place running 20.65. Again, the overall race wasn't too fast, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to think of this race. I want to see Michael Norman do very, very well. He's run 19.7 seconds in the 200, right? He's had head-to-heads with Noah Lyles and Fred Curley, but, you know, he's not been starting off so well. This is going to be interesting to see if he actually continues and focuses in on the 100, or if he finally makes a transition back up to the 400 and just sticks with that. I think, you know, he has to buy in the 400 for World Championships. So at USA's, he'll probably just run the 100 and the 200 if he makes a team. If he doesn't, regardless, he's going to World Championships. But this is something I definitely think, you know, the world is definitely going to be commenting on and thinking about as the season progresses. Now, speaking of Michael Norman, his training partner, Rai Benjamin, came away with the win here, 47.78 seconds. A very strong performance for him. He was just off his world lead of 47.74 that he ran a couple weeks ago in LA, but this is a good performance showing his consistency in the 47s. We haven't seen Karsten Warholm yet. Alison Dos Santos might still be injured, so not sure of his status. Right behind Rai Benjamin though, we did see CJ Allen, huge personal best, 47.93 seconds. Anytime someone breaks the 48-second barrier in the 400-meter hurdles, that's a huge deal. So shout out to him. Of course, a couple guys are still in the mix. You know, Trevor Bassett and Khalifa Rosser, they were there finishing 5th and 4th respectively. Unfortunately, not really breaking into the, you know, 48s or 47s, of course, but we'll see what they do the rest of the year. Wilfred Hapio getting a season's best, 49.12. Rai Benjamin, though, of course, he is the favorite, you know, for the World Championship title at this point. Again, Karsten Warholm, he's coming back. We need to see him in the hurdles. You know, he got injured last year. Alison Dos Santos, not sure of his status. So as long as Rai Benjamin stays consistent, then he is definitely still the favorite. Next, let's talk about the women's 100-meter hurdles. Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, Olympic champion, World Championship bronze medalist. She is the girl right now. 12.48 seconds to get the win. Not the world lead. Masai Russell broke that collegiate record with 12.36 seconds a couple weeks ago at the Texas Relays. But Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, I mean, she is the definition of consistency. From, you know, 2020 with the Olympics and then till now, she's been always consistently in the 12 lows. And this is not, you know, she's not stopping at this point. Just behind her, we did see Alicia Johnson, 12.66 seconds. So a great performance for her. Keep a lookout for Alicia Johnson. She's, you know, hit a hurdle at the World Championships in the first round, but I think if she keeps it together, she is going to be a medal threat. I don't see how there's any other way she, you know, doesn't get on the podium if she stays consistent. Of course, I do see a way. There's tons of ladies in the hurdles, but she is very, very consistent. Nia Ali just behind, 12.69 seconds. It's always amazing to see Nia Ali consistently in the mix. She already started off very well. I think she is also in the hunt for a medal, maybe get back on top, you know, of her World Championship gold medal. We'll see what happens there, but keep a lookout for Jasmine Camacho-Quinn. She is always one of the ladies who is in the hunt for a gold medal. Of course, a quick shout out to the women's 400. Now, Marley DiPolino, she's probably the 400-meter favorite right now, considering Shauna Miller-Weibo is out. She got the win here in 50.51 seconds, but there was Shamir Little very, very close behind, 50.84 seconds. Talk about Shamir Little. She is remaining super consistent in the 50-second range. I think this is going to translate very, very well into 400-meter hurdles. Definitely check out the interview I did with her a couple weeks back, telling her story, and really, you know, she's looking good for this year. But Paulino, I think she is on pace for something amazing this year as well. We already saw she got silver at the Olympics. We already saw she got silver at the World Championships. We already saw she ran 48 seconds to win the Diamond League last year. You know, she may be running 48 mid to 48 low if she remains, you know, on top and, you know, winning races and super consistent. Of course, we don't know what the 400-meter hurdlers are going to do. Britton Wilson, Sadie McLaughlin, Femke Bol, but as of now, Marley Polino, 400-meter favorite going into the World Championships this year. Now, the men's triple jump, easily one of my favorite events in track and field, and this competition really proved why. Pedro Pablo Pichardo got the win here in 17.91 meters. Now, unfortunately, it was wind aided, so technically it doesn't count in terms of a mark, you know, for world leading purposes. It was the winning mark, but we did have Hughes Fabrice Zango from Burkina Faso, one of my favorite athletes in the sport, getting the win here in 17.81 meters. That's not too far off his personal best, I think, of 17.84 meters from a couple years ago. So he is really getting back into the range. He got the silver medal at the World Championships last year, dealt with some injuries coming into the season. So for him to be able to get the medal there and now be consistent starting off in 2023, definitely keep a lookout for him. He could be the gold medalist. You never know. But Pichardo is super consistent. I think he is obviously the triple jump favorite going into World Championships. Also behind them, Andy Diaz. He managed to jump 17.80 meters, so just 1 centimeter behind Huserubi Zango. And just to note, Zango's mark was win legal, so that does count as a world lead. But all these triple jumpers, amazing performances across the board. Of course, looking out for Christian Taylor. He says his goal is to get to the Olympics and medal at the Olympics next year, so we'll see if he's able to recover very well from his injury, you know, that he got over the past couple seasons and get back into the fold with the triple jump. Now, despite all these amazing performances, I'm still left with so many questions. Can Sha'Carri Richardson continue with this consistency, keep winning races, continue to run fast, make the USA team, and medal at the World Championships? Will Micah Norman step things back up and be a contender in the 100 and 200, or will he just revert back to the 400 meters? Will Fred Kerley remain at the top in the 100 and maybe get on the podium in the 200 meters as well? Can Jasmine Camacho-Quinn get back on top in the 100-meter hurdles and get that gold medal for the World Championships this year? That's for you to let me know. Thanks for watching.